What MacroAdventures is doing is collecting stories of people doing good.
And why I think it's so valuable is at the end of the day, we communicate best with storytelling. You're telling stories about lots of people, lots of experiences, how they solved their challenges in life. And I think we underestimate the value of storytelling. Whether it's climate change or whether what we humans are doing to the planet and or what we're doing to each other. I think you can be tormented by it, but you have to do something about it as well. And I was arrogant enough to think that I could do something about it.
Growing opportunities for the future. I mean, we do it in our own self-interest, but we're also doing it for the community as a whole.
We've got to diversify our economy because Prudhoe Bay is running out.
A social entrepreneur thinks about profit as a means to do something good or make a social change.
That's the power of clean energy. Allowing humans to do and have what they need for electricity and modern conveniences, but in a harmonious way with nature.
And they teach them to live a good life. They deserve a good life so they can have a happy, healthy, prosperous living.
To be an entrepreneur, you can't just say, why don't I go to work for myself? You have to say, can I solve a problem? And since I was really passionate and am still very passionate about growing healthy produce, and Alaska is unique in that we have an abundance of crappy produce, I figured maybe there's a way I could connect what I'm very passionate about with the need that the state needs.
Delivering that to Alaska, that's just huge. It captures the imagination. You feel good at the end of the day.
I've been able to see that there's a different way.
There's a lot of activity going on in the field of social business and using profit for social good. My curiosity is the person behind these activities, what makes them tick.
I believe in my heart that this is going to make a difference.
Retaining the talent that we've already got here and keeping them here to continue to work to grow the next generation of leaders also is a really important challenge for us.
Another challenge in Alaska is that we're really primarily a resource state, and even more so we're oil and gas resources.
The challenge we have is find companies that are investable in the Anchorage area.
For me, it's erasing that stigma. It's not an addict, it's not an alcoholic, it's not a criminal. Like, they have names and they have pasts and they have families and they have futures and they have goals, and I just want them to know that.
People have to be educated that the technology works. So, all technology, until it becomes truly user-friendly, is kind of frightening to people.
Because our growing season is so short, we can only get locally grown produce for essentially the very short summer season. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to fix that problem. We're trying to make it so you can have fresh, healthy produce year-round.
How do we create better opportunities for the kids who are growing up here now, my kids and his grandkids?
Be an entrepreneur, but you need to start thinking like an entrepreneur, and trying to get people to change and how they approach problem solving.
The only solutions that we have are the ones that we can figure out.
Identify a problem, and then you try to build a business around solving that problem.
It just takes one person having to tell an entrepreneur they can't do something, and a certain type of person is going to spend the rest of their life proving they're wrong.
It doesn't matter how long it takes, and it doesn't matter what the road looks like, as long as you're willing to do the next right thing.
The trend is headed the right direction, right? We're seeing more startups, we're seeing more support in terms of angel funding, early funding, mentorship from community leaders.
The hardest thing is just letting people know that Alaska exists and there's cool people here doing neat things.
And it's just amazing how much business thinking and business lessons transfer to other parts of society.
When they see it, they'll believe it.